At the end of last session, you all had successfully escaped. I don't know if that's really the right word. You weren't really in a whole lot of danger. The Valmore Distribution Center on the north edge of town. You had gone in to do a little investigation, have a little looky-loo around, and you ran into a some kind of a wasp husk or bane or uh, probably oftentimes what they're referred to as is a fomor, which is a person who is fully possessed by a bane spirit, which you defeated handily with ease. And then, unfortunately, uh, Melissa Barnard saw you and fainted, passed out, and but she's okay. You left her there. But you continued to investigate the building, all while in the spirit world, I should add. And upstairs, you discovered a couple of. Well, you discovered, first of all, that the bathroom had been used on the first floor by most likely these people that have been possessed or were in process of being possessed by these wasp spirits. And I'll remind you that while you only saw one on the grounds, you did see essentially 8 depressions, or I don't want to call them pods, but they were definitely places where a body would have lain amongst this kind of wasp-like hive in the men's restroom on the first floor. On the second floor, you had an interesting interaction with a machine spirit that is connected to the network in the distribution center, who gave you a bit of information about various things. You learned about the EEEP program, if anybody recalls what that's about.
The Employee Enhancement
Yeah, the Employee
Program.
Enhancement Program. You found a list of names on that program, one of which coincided with the employee, quote unquote, employee that you defeated on the first floor. 8 of those names were listed as being stage 6. There was a 9th name that was listed as stage 5, and that was Melissa Barnard. You also discovered in the office on the second floor indication of a risk manager from home office, Mr. Mercy, who appears to have purchased the building that the old dentist maintained on Main Street, Doc's Dental. And yeah, after discovering a bunch of stuff, you guys left the building, transitioned back into the real world with another rite of shadow passage, and went back to your vehicle. It is still the middle of the night. At this point, it's probably close to 2, 3 in the morning.
We've got to rest at some point, I suppose.
I guess I would be.
So when we got that list of names, we didn't find out anything else about these employees that are like stage 6. We ain't got addresses like on a HR database or.
Oh, I mean, you had access to the files, so I think if that is something you would have been interested in grabbing, the machine spirit seemed more than happy to interact with you. So yeah, you could have found that. All of the people, including Melissa, obviously, live in town. Some of which are in kind of the older, not really uniform area. It looks like maybe they've been in town for a long time. In some of the kind of smaller detached homes that don't really follow a plan. You know, some of the streets are very not labyrinthine, but you know, it's a small town that didn't really have serious city planning,
No.
obviously, when it was begun. But also, some of them do appear to live on Ross Avenue in the Liberty Bell townhouses where Melissa also lives, which you feel
Just remember,
like is.
were they the ones
Go
that
ahead.
we think Valmore were? Because there were some that were being built, right, or had been built.
Yeah,
Is
there
there?
are quite a few that are being built down that avenue, and when you first kind of taste the area, shall we say, you did notice that the dumpsters have the kind of iconic coral pink Valmore hexagon symbol on them.
Okay, we know that we've got a. Well, this town has got a pretty serious problem. It looks like Valmore is in the process of taking over the entire.
At this point, you would say probably already has. I mean, there are still some holdouts, but you know, the fact that several of the businesses on Main Street appear to have closed to be replaced by businesses in the Supercenter.
I was thinking in more of a body snatches kind.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're definitely most likely. So just for the size of the town, again, if you're looking at the map, obviously I didn't map out every single little alley and back street, but you have to imagine that all that area between Values Field and the distribution center, the super center, all of that is filled in with residential, right? A lot of it is smaller homes. Some are, you know, kind of older, almost colonial in nature, like 2-story. I wouldn't call them manor houses, but definitely larger than like a small ranch house. But then even south of Main Street, in that kind of open area, there's more there as well. So it's not the tiniest town. Obviously, it's not super huge either. But there are a lot of people that live here, and just from looking at the general area map, or if you were to take a look at statistics for the town, you would guess that, or if you look it up on your phone, you can find easily that the town's last census marks it as being about 6,000 people. Now, do all 6,000 of those people work for Valmore at this point? No. But a lot of them probably do.
Yeah.
Probably more than half at this point. Now, is what you're telling me, do you think then that you're concerned? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be concerned about this. Is your concern that of all the people that work at Valmore, you think their goal is to eventually kind of infect all of them? Because that would be concerning, if that's where your mind is going.
Well, I kind of figured. I mean, I don't know what the objective would be otherwise of doing what they're doing.
Sure.
So if they weren't planning on taking over at least the majority of the population,
yeah,
then what's their end game, as it were, in regards to...
Well, Valmore is a national chain, right? So there are Valmore stores in pretty much every city, unless it's an extremely small town like some of the hub towns that would be around Milton, because in the American kind of Midwest, you generally have a small-ish town that has a couple of large employers, shops, things like that, and then usually within 15 to 20 minutes, so 15 to 20 miles of that town, you also have a bunch of smaller communities that might not even have a gas station and might only have like 200 or 300 people that live in that town, but then they come into the central hub town for dining, shopping, gas, you know, everything else. Why that is, I'll be honest with you, I live in a small town in the Midwest, and I couldn't tell you why it's set up this way, because like it's not like all of them are farmers. Some still are, but yeah, people like getting away from big cities and living in really tiny towns for some reason. I'm not going to say that I don't like it here sometimes, because I kind of do. But sometimes like I'm happy I live in one of the hub towns. I live essentially in a Milton, and only our town isn't being taken over by Walmart. There is a Walmart Supercenter here though, and they are one of the biggest employers in town. So
Yeah. It's an adventure very close to your heart then, Brian.
it is surprisingly. So it's kind of funny because the other two big employers in my town are Kawasaki. We have a Kawasaki plant that makes motors, and it's huge. It's like it's right on the outskirts of town. It's this massive complex that a large percentage of people here work at. But then the other big one is the university that my wife teaches at. And so between those three, that's kind of like probably 70 to 80% of employment in town. And then the rest of the town is, you know, we have other places. We have a few fast food restaurants, a couple of mom and pop restaurants, small shops, things like that. We're not dying like Milton is. But yeah, Milton appears to be dying. Like I said, most of those buildings and businesses on Main Street are boarded up. There's only the few there, the paper, the diner, the gas station, this 7 Uptown place, and the bar that are even open. Not all of them are open right now, obviously. The bar still is.
That has just reminded me though. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but maybe we should take a look at this old dentist that this Mr. Mercy's turning up at.
Yeah, I was thinking
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Should we fancy checking that place out? What do you reckon?
I will say maybe check it out before we go back. We'll see maybe if you have time. I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case of the joint.
Yeah. It might be quite nice to have a conversation with this Mr. at some point.
Okay.
Get some work done on your canines while you wait.
So I believe I said that the Doc's Dental, which is boarded up, although you can still see the kind of faded weathering around where the large bright letters would have been, is the building just to the left of 7 Uptown. So kind of right on the square, which is a roundabout. And there's parking there. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to kind of park out front? Do you want to pull off onto one of the side streets and try to approach it from behind, maybe from the residential area? What do you want to do? Do you want to just drive by?
We could park around. I mean, I feel like we don't, like, given who we are, we probably do better work on foot. So I think we just park around the corner.
Yeah, I think you
like on Ross Avenue, and then just I don't know how big the scale is on the map, but
well, let's just.
It's not exact, but like you can, like I said, all
Ross
that
Avenue.
area.
I mean, we're not that scared of.
We don't even. Yeah, you don't even have to do Ross. Like I said, not all of the street, like little side streets and things, aren't depicted here. So imagine that area south of Main Street is like a residential area. There are streets, there are alleys, there's a lot of homes. So you could just kind of pull off before or slightly after Main Street, after the main drag, and just kind of found a place to park and kind of walk in.
Are there any parking lots nearby or anything like that?
Straight up parking lots, the closest would be the Val Moore's Super Center, the Val Evenmore, or Values Field. There's not really parking lots for any of the buildings on the main drag because you would just park on the street.
Okay. Yeah, I just wondered whether people might get a bit funny about having a truck parked outside of their house or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that you ask that, because if you do pull off into the kind of residential area, you notice fairly quickly a few things. First of all, there's not a lot of lights where you might normally expect street lights, and there are a few street lights on Main Street. You even recall there being a few on Ross Avenue. Some have been busted out though. But back in this area, it's very dark. There are a lot of vehicles parked on the street, a lot of vehicles parked in driveways that range from gravel up to cracked pavement. You would guess that some of these cars are even abandoned by the state of their tires. There are even some homes that have 2 or 3 cars parked in their front lawn with various stages of grass kind of growing around them, and in some cases up through them. This is a very worn down community. 1 in 3 houses appear to be boarded up and empty. There's no lights on in them. Now that might not be surprising because it's like 3 in the morning at this point. But you would guess that 1 in 3 houses is just empty.
Yeah.
The houses that do appear to be lived in are in various states of, I'll just say, disrepair. Not to the point of being tumble down, but dirty siding that hasn't been cleaned in years, maybe some indication of roof shingles falling off. It's just not well, there's obviously no HOA around here, we can put it that way. No homeowners association telling people to keep their homes up to a certain level. Every once in a while you'll see a house, it's like, okay, that person's putting in some work, right? But that's actually pretty rare.
Okay.
Bunch of satellite dishes in various, they're mostly pointed in the same direction, which is they would be, but some look busted. You even see a couple of like ham radio towers on some of the houses, which again, not strange in a rural community. But no indication of activity at this point of the night. And like I said, very dark because there are no street lights and very few porch lights on.
Okay, yeah. Just pull up on that verge over there between those 2 houses.
That's how someone decides to steal my hubcaps.
So, you find a place to park, and you're fairly certain your vehicle, unless it looks particularly expensive, is not going to draw a lot of attention. Just park somewhere on the street. So again, do you want to walk back out to Main Street and kind of walk the drag, or do you want to approach the dental office from the rear?
I think if there's some of these residential buildings are shut, maybe going in the old back yard would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can definitely find your way to where Main Street is, because Main Street is largely, although some of the, like I said, some of the street lights are busted out, there's still enough light on Main Street that you can make it out. And in fact, the old tower, if you'll recall, in the center of the roundabout, the clock tower, the reproduction of the famous clock tower from Germany, is kind of lit up with directional spots that kind of point up at it.
Proud of
So
that,
yeah, right. So as you approach, you find very quickly that there is a bit of kind of wide alley with dumpsters and maybe small kind of like employee parking lots behind all of the buildings on the strip, the businesses. Again, not thoroughly lit. The back alley close to 7 Uptown, in fact, does have kind of a bright security spotlight on it. But there's no spotlight, there's no indication of any lights coming from Doc's Dental, which is the building directly to the left. And then to the right of 7 Uptown, you can see the rear part of Red's Gas, which actually has like a 3-car garage behind it that you imagine at some point, you don't know if they still offer any, but at some point would have been for some automotive repair bays.
So we can. It's quite easy to access the back of Doc's Dental surgery then.
Yeah, I mean it should be pretty easy for you to get up to the door. You don't see anybody on a cursory glance, kind of up and down the alley. But if anybody wanted to make an awareness and wits test for me to see if you see anything hidden.
Yeah, I might have a crack at that.
Awareness and wits, you say?
Yes.
Oh,
It's better than nothing.
oh my!
Oh, what?
Outdone.
I'm very lucky with my rolls in this game for some reason.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so although for some reason I didn't see that, what are you seeing for your roll? I see Crushing Truths.
I
but
got
not
to
yours.
5 successes.
You got 5? Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I saw your dice roll,
I got
but-
3.
Yeah, I didn't see yours at all, boy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I think
um,
between like, Edge and Chrome, I'm seeing like 2. I'm seeing 2 of the rolls for different
That's
people.
wild. Okay. Well, the one roll that I can see is definitely enough. I mean, there's no indication that there's anybody there. It does look like that 7 Uptown is still occupied. Red's, is occupied because it's 24/7. The building to the left of Doc's Dental, the kind of large rectangular building, looks to have been a department store at some point, but that's all boarded up. So yeah, the kind of L-shaped building next to 7 Uptown, which is Doc's Dental, doesn't have any indication of any activity anywhere in it. It's 2 stories. Windows are either glazed over or boarded up with no indication of light from the interior, at least from the windows that you can see at this point. And there's no indication of any security system. You don't see any blinking red lights. You don't see any kind of keypad or anything like that on the back door.
This is where you find out Doc retired years ago.
Well, you know for a fact that Doc did essentially retire, but he was bought out by Mercy. You found those files, hard files, nothing digital, in Mercy's office.
Was it a recent page? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was in the past few months, roughly coinciding with the arrival of the risk manager, which you have determined to be Mercy. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it doesn't look like anything's been done with the place since then.
No, not at all.
Is the back door, does it have boards over it, or is it just locked?
So it does not have boards over it, but if you want to approach and try the door, it is locked.
Way to open.
What I think
So,
about Yep.
if someone would like to try to pick the door, then that would be larceny, and it is a physical lock, so it would be larceny and dexterity.
Okay, I could try it, but I wouldn't fancy my chance.
I'm experienced.
I need a lockpick. We need someone with magic fingers.
Yeah, I don't. Let's see. Marcus stepped away for the moment.
Well, I
He's
think
got 1 larceny and 3 dexterity, and out of the 3 of you, I imagine he, as an ex-detective, would probably have lockpicks of some sort. Do you think you would have lockpicks of some sort, Mark?
Look, if that, yeah, I'm. I mean, an ex-detective wouldn't necessarily. Private detective, maybe. Or would
Well,
I?
I mean, it's
This
not
is not our
unheard
first
of.
rodeo, is it?
Yeah, it's also not your first rodeo. Yeah, so if
So-
you want to say that you have lockpicks of some kind, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Which is not going to give you a bonus, but it's not going to apply a penalty. So
It just means I can do it.
yeah. So you would roll larceny and dexterity.
It's not great, guys.
you can do it.
The thing to keep in mind,
Oh.
Still succeeded.
Yeah.
I didn't see that roll. Why am I not seeing?
I got
it?
all the
seeing it.
successes, Brian.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, luckily for everyone, it's
reset.
on stream, so we can confirm you got 2
No,
successes.
I mean I believe you. I know you guys wouldn't lie to me. I would like
ordinarily,
to
I
see
wouldn't.
2 as they're rolled. I'm gonna refresh this, which should do it for everybody as well. Oh, now I
Huh?
can see the rolls in the chat, which is nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
And the
That'll
music is
help.
still playing. Awesome. Okay, good. So I was in just some weird kind of hiccup space. All right, so is the music still playing?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're definitely able to pick the lock very quickly and very quietly. But when you go to push the door, you feel like there's something on the other side. Now you feel it give a bit, but you feel like somebody has pushed something up against the other side of the door, maybe as a barricade. You feel like you could probably push your way in, but that's also going to possibly knock something over and make some noise.
Are there any windows? Oh, you said it's all like closed
The
up.
windows are all boarded up or glazed, so it's difficult to know if there's anything on the inside.
Yeah, and I was wondering if there was any way I could get a line of sight on the other side of the door.
I mean, is there going to be anybody about that will hear us? 7 Uptown, is that shut right now?
There are lights on, but if somebody wants to kind of run around to the front of the building and take a look, they can.
Sure, why not?
I'm just
If
going to...
somebody
I would love it as run around to the front of the shop and be like
Let's
lean
just
around the
give them
corner
a
and then
shot.
run back into the shadows again. Be like, yep, there's people in the shop.
you're just gonna
Let's-
give the door a shove.
Let's just give the door a bit of a push and see what happens.
Okay.
If you take it slowly, it might fall over, more gently
Yeah,
than
yeah.
if you send it flying.
Like kind of, push, put my weight against the door and just kind of gently...
Kind of slowly
not
push it
gently,
open.
but
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to try. Yeah.
Are you trying to do this kind of stealthily in case there is someone inside?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to let anybody assist you because it's a doorway. Nobody else is going to be able to get in there to help. I I would like you to make a stealth roll with strength, since you're kind of pushing this door open.
Oh. Oh, this is yeah, regretting life choices right now. Whoa!
Okay, look at that.
No, there we go. Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
slowly,
I like this game.
maybe can even feel like a give on the other side, and so occasionally you kind of stop, but slowly just kind of inch this open. You get
Yeah.
the door open to where you feel like whatever's on the other side is kind of out of the way, and you get the door open to the point where you feel like you could slip inside.
Okay. And
And
this
there, I
can
guess
do.
I should point out, there is light that you can see on the inside.
Inside. Ooh.
Okay.
That kind of changes things a bit, doesn't it?
Hmm.
So do we hear? Is it with the light? Is it like electric? Like somebody's actually got the
So
light
it's
switched on in there, or is it like a candle
no,
or
it's
a torch?
yeah, no, it's an electric light of some kind. It's not bright enough, you think, for a room, so it may be like a desk lamp of some kind. But you also definitely hear the distinctive rapping of keys, and not like, just to put it in like a counter position to what was described or what you experienced at the distribution center. Not somebody just clack, clack, clack hitting the same key, but the straight up like somebody dexterously and quickly typing a lot.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. I guess I'm going in first, right? As I push the door open. Okay.
It's a privilege you get from
I'll-
being the person pushing the door.
Yes. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna step in and does it sound like the somebody's tapping on a keyboard in this room?
No. So the door is open on a hallway.
Yeah.
Down the hallway, you can see this basically like a shotgun hallway to the front of the building. There is another door at the end of this hallway that you feel like probably opens on what would have been a small waiting room of some kind, right? Because it's not, it's not quite the end or the front, as it were, of the building. There are two doors on your right, as well as an open hall in between them. And because the door, I guess I should point out, if you're looking at the map of Milton, the door is on the L portion, but it's on the farthest left corner of the L portion as you opened it. So it's on the first. I can't exactly ping it. No, maybe I can ping it without making things disappear. Let's try it here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that corner right there. And so it runs the length of the building. There is a hall about halfway to the right, and then there are two doors, one before it, one after it. And then on the left-hand side, there is a hall kind of right at where the building itself turns. And that is kind of where you're seeing the light filter into this hallway from.
Okay. Okay, I'll step through.
Okay, are all of you going in and trying to be stealthy?
Probably not me, because
Because I'm not.
I thought I'm off step.
Are you just gonna kind of keep watch out here then? Is what you're telling me?
Yeah. I'm marginally better at awareness than MS.
Okay. Okay.
Marginally better.
So, for Remy and Walter, are you guys going in Homid form, or do you want to go Lupus for the stealth bonus?
I think I will go to Lupus form. It's more my natural form, so I'll transform to Lupus.
Okay. It's a good point. No, I'll stay in human form, I think. At the moment.
Okay. So let's get stealth rolls from the two of you. Recall, Theodore, you get a 2 die bonus for being in Lupus form.
Okay.
But I'm going to regret another life choice.
Not necessarily.
Stealth
Also-
DM.
Yeah. So this is going to handle, like, this roll will determine how stealthy you are just in general, and we'll kind of go from there. Jeez. Okay, so
Oh my
Theodore's pretty stealthy.
He's
I
just,
love it.
he's just invisible.
I love
He's
this
fairly
game.
stealthy. He's slightly hidden.
What attribute are we using, sorry, for this?
Oh, this will be dexterity. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
Okay, 1 success. It's still a success, right? So,
It is.
So what are you trying to do based on what I told you, right? So keep in mind there's the hall heads straight almost to the front of the building. It peels off to the left at about where the L on the building on the map is. That's also roughly about where it goes to the right as well. And then there's a door almost immediately on your right and a door further up past the right-hand bend on the right.
Well, I want to try and get up close to where this sound of the keyboard is coming from.
Okay. And Theodore?
I will use follow right behind.
Okay.
Behind the crossing bridge.
So you guys get up to the bend in the hallway to the left. Assuming you at least glance to the right
Yeah, sure,
at
if it's open.
that bend. The right-hand hallway ends almost immediately in a stairwell that goes up. There's no indication of a downward stairwell, just for clarity. At the corner, are you just kind of walking brazenly, or are you going to peek at the corner?
I wanted to get a look at whoever is in who's doing the typing, I think.
Okay.
Um,
So at the corner, if you peek to the left without revealing yourself, you see that this hall goes, again, the full length of kind of that back L part of the building. And there are 2 doors on the right. One door is closed. The other door, the second door, is open. And that is where the light is coming from, and you can hear the clacking of keys.
okay. So I want to kind of get up to that door, or unless Walter wants to,
Yeah. I
and
can
take
do
a look and see if he can see what's there.
Yeah,
He's probably better at that kind of thing than I am.
Okay, so you're letting Walter
So I
go
kinda-
ahead up to that
I
door?
kind of gesture to the door and
Sure.
kind of
I
signal
nod
to
with
go
my head
take
in
a
the wolf. I nod in my wolf form and
Okay,
move
okay.
ahead. Yeah. While I'm sneaking about, can I just smell as I sneak around and see if I get any sense in this house? Like any is there humans in here?
Give me an awareness and wits roll +2 for being in lupus form.
Yep.
Nice.
That's significant. So we will come back to that. First, though, as you kind of creep up to that open doorway. Okay.
Oh,
Well, I mean, he still has 3 more successes than whatever I just rolled on his stealth, so he's fine.
yeah. I'm glad I didn't go.
Right? Right?
Invincible.
So, as you kind of pad up to the doorway, right? Because you're in your wolf form. First of all, it smells. That was a significant roll, so I'll give you several. So you smell human sweat. You smell linseed oil. You smell silver. Which is bad for you, by the way. That legend
Yeah.
is true. you smell like rotting, pasty, dry paper. And you smell things very similar to what you experienced back at the distribution center with, what did I say his name was? Jeff? Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah. Okay. With that in mind, I'm being very careful, extra careful as I go towards the door.
So, those are the smells. As you peek your head around the door, you see a man in a suit with his back to you. He has kind of blondish graying hair. He's wearing, from what you can see, black gloves. They appear to be very form-fitting, but they're not like surgical gloves. They're very tight, like almost like leather gloves. You might want to say like driving gloves, but they're not fingerless or anything like that, weird like that. They're fully encasing his hands. And he is typing at a computer and does not seem to be aware of you.
Okay.
The room itself, I guess I should point out, because you're looking into the room. The room itself is essentially a dental operating theater. Okay? It's clean, which I bring up because the hallway, although not terribly full of clutter, is not exactly clean. There's definitely some signs of water damage. There's probably at least a little bit of paper and rubbish on the floors in the hallway. Definitely has an abandoned building feel, right? But this room is clean. It's well ordered. It's well kept. And in the middle of the room, between you and him, who again has his back to you, he's at kind of a desk. He appears to be engaged with, it looks like a laptop. In between the two of you, there's an orange dental chair. And the dental light above the dental chair has what could only be a wasp's nest hanging from it.
Okay. I'm just gonna look back at.
Here's a close-up of the wasp's nest. It's got a weird aura.
Weird aura, okay. While I'm standing here, I think I want to go and use my penumbral senses while I'm here, just see more.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make that roll. Or yeah, click on the gift. That's definitely enough. So, immediately you can tell a couple of things. First of all, he's not fully normal, but he's not, without seeing the front of him, like his form doesn't change. He doesn't look any different, but he does have a presence in the spirit world, which is not normal for a person, right? The wasp's nest in the spirit world is kind of roiling and undulating, almost like a heart, and there are things crawling out of it and around it and back into it that look like larval creatures of some kind. I will tell you that the smell of sweat that you're getting, the human sweat, is not from him. It's actually from the chair. There's been sweat just kind of stained into this chair.
Doc must have been a particularly moist human being.
No, the dental chair.
Yeah.
That's underneath
He must have been a particularly bad dentist.
Other than that, though, you don't, in your current view, you don't see any spirits or anything of that nature But you do now have that active for this particular scene, so we will keep that in mind.
Okay. And I forgot, this is a new session. Do I refresh all the willpower I used from before?
Yeah, if anybody else has spent any willpower, you get that back too, but I think you're the only person who has, so...
Yeah, okay.
It's 1 willpower to activate penumbral senses, so you're just down 1 then, because I think you were only down like 1 or 2 from last session.
Yeah, I used to last session,
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I'm looking towards crushing truth, and I'm just showing my teeth, like Nolan giving a sign, something is here.
I can understand him if he's in wolf form, can't I?
If he speaks, but if he speaks right now,
yeah,
he's probably going to be heard.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give him the thumbs up.
Boyd.
You just get a pull up from...
You see a van pull onto the rear alley drive.
Ooh.
And start, not super fast, but start slowly heading in your direction. It pulls on... I'll give you guys a ping here.
Is it coming towards us or like reversing towards the back?
From about right here. And it is heading towards you. It is heading west down the drive towards you. It's a white van. You would guess it probably has the Valmore symbol on it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Don't really have a way of alerting anyone else.
Well, I mean, you're at the
yeah,
corner.
I might go. Yeah, I might.
Ow!
Yeah, but like not from like right outside. But that thing is like keep it on profile and be like, oh, hope for the best. Bark of the moon.
Wow. Okay.
Like I'm not a very good werewolf.
So this is the first time you've howled at the moon tonight. This is still the same night, right?
Ball.
So you're gonna gain a point of rage.
Okay, so my rage is full.
Oh,
That's fine. You don't automatically shift. I was wrong about that the other day. What I will tell you though is if you gain further rage at this point, you don't get more. You can only hold 5 points, but you will take willpower damage. If you gain an additional point of rage. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. I was thinking it would have been hilarious just for thinking like he howled, but like, oh balls. And then just everyone inside hears the howl, and then just like the sound of like rending metal as he goes like crazy on this.
Yeah, screams and rending metal. I like, yeah.
Are you going to are you trying to pitch it or like modify it in any way to make it sound like it comes from further away?
You can do that.
I mean, you can try.
I mean, I guess so. Now, what do I try and do it like right outside the back? Like at least, yeah, just sort of.
You wanted to get a little distance and then
be like how like nonchalant.
Just a nonchalant howl.
So, you know, like you casually have a wolf
Just
wandering through your town center.
Casual howling.
Hey.
Yeah. So what?
It just sounds like I'm heckling some poor woman on the street.
What I would like for you to do then is to roll manipulation and performance.
2 of your specialities, I imagine.
Now, you can also inject meaning into that howl. Like, it is a language, so you can tell your friends something, and they're definitely close enough to hear it and make it out.
Yeah.
Lassie makes so much sense.
Whatever howl Morse code for like trouble is.
Okay.
Just like a warning rather than like
Sure. Okay, did you make the manipulation performance roll for me? There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my days!
Holy shit balls!
So you manage to
It's like, oh, this
throw
howling thing
your
is really easy.
voice, essentially.
There's a van
So-
coming!
You guys, right? You guys hear, you know instantly that it's Hart, and you know whatever the message, like, hey, trouble is coming. You could even potentially say something like, van coming down the lane. You know, something quick and short.
I'll do more details
so-
so that there were successes.
Right. You can tell them. You can basically sing an entire song about it with that many successes now. So,
They're like, trouble, van coming this way. Ah,
There's a
squirrel!
van coming this way. It's white. It has the Valmore logo on the side. Its registration plate is.
It's currently moving at 25. Like it's currently moving at 15 miles per hour. The crosswind is a brisk 22.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
There's
so yeah.
three people inside.
So you guys definitely hear that. You get the message. What do you want to do inside? So first, I will tell Walter Waters that you do see the man at the keyboard whip his head round, but he looks kind of in the direction of the state park, right, from where Milton is. You are fairly well hidden, so I'm not going to make him see you. You really outdid his awareness check, right? But when he turns his head, you can see his face, kind of. And he's wearing spectacles, you know, kind of like in his picture. It's definitely Mercy. But there's something wrong with his mouth. So when he turns and he looks, he kind of grits his teeth and opens his mouth, and his mouth opens wider than a human mouth should, and he has way too many teeth. They don't look sharp or anything. He just has way too many teeth.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, he's in the right place.
It's an intended problem. Yeah. It's true.
And that's it. Yeah.
And that's it. That's all there is. Okay.
God, knock out a few.
So, what are you guys gonna do? The van is coming.
Do I head back down the corridor and close the door?
With Waters inside?
No, with me and Waters inside.
Leave
Oh,
him.
okay.
I'm just thinking if a van turns up and the door is open,
Sure.
they might guess us. Oh God, I don't know. Yeah, okay. So I gotta head back down the corridor, because obviously, Buster's trying to warn us. So I'm gonna head back, have a quick look out of the door, I suppose, and kind of close it or push it to.
Okay. Should I make you roll strength and stealth again?
There's
I'll
nothing
let you do
blocking it.
Yeah, I know. I'll let you do it. Oh, I see. You're not moving whatever was blocking it, which was essentially just a couple of shelves and some boxes and stuff. You're just closing the door.
I just wanted to
Gotcha.
close the door so that it shuts, and so if somebody pulls up outside, they're not going to see this door wide open and think, "Hello,
Sure.
what's going
Yeah,
on here?"
right. Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah. That's probably going to be all the only thing I can do right now in terms of time.
Well, there are a couple of other doors you could potentially open, take shelter in, or you could head up to the second floor. Like what?
Yeah, perhaps one of the doors nearer that back door would probably be a A good shout. Let's have a look.
Okay. So the first one then, closer to the
Yeah.
back door. All right.
Yeah.
So you open that door, and yeah, you've got like some kind of a storeroom or something here.
But empty?
Yes. Well, I mean, there's stuff in it. Like, not anything that looks terribly important. It's almost like just remnants of random things that somebody left behind after they moved out.
Okay. So
And
fr-
the
from Doc.
floor is, yeah, potentially, and the floor is just littered in paper.
Okay. I'm going to step in and pull the door to, but not actually close it.
Okay. Are you going to allow Waters to join you, or
If
What
he
was
if he wants to
Waters
come
doing?
back, yeah. I mean, I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
If he comes
I am
back, then
currently-
absolutely.
I'm currently still keeping an eye on Mercy.
okay?
Was there any other
Um,
door to his room? Mercy's?
Well, I mean, there is a door, yeah,
Mm.
but it's open,
It's open there.
and
That's the door I'm
there's a
looking
door next to him as well.
for. Okay.
All right, so after a few minutes, well, not minutes, it probably wouldn't take that long, probably 30 more seconds or so, the van pulls up to the rear of the building. And Buster, you can see two things get out of the van.
Must be
Nice.
things. With something.
They are largely covered. They appear to be wearing like large, kind of baggy clothes, but they're also wearing that kind of telltale like green safety vest. But there's definitely something wrong underneath their hoods and underneath their clothing. Two of them get out of the front seat. They travel to the rear door of the van and open it up. And there is someone also wearing a Valmore uniform and a green vest lying in the back of the truck. You see that off to one side of where this person is lying, there is like a black hood that apparently wasn't used, or maybe didn't need to be used, because the person
Yeah,
lying in
so
the
take
back of the
them in
truck is
secret.
Melissa Barnard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that is my plan for going nut.
And they pick her up and pull her out of the truck and head to the back door and knock.
Should I intervene? No, thank you.
Okay.
That's up to you. Do you want to intervene?
Trying to shoot. Trying to think. You guys are still inside. Could we find out something new? But I didn't have. I assume have a conversation of some sort.
So these things are very clearly not human anymore.
I imagine they're sort of in upgraded employees,
Enchanted.
and they might maybe hang on and see if they actually say anything. I don't know if they can or not.
Actually, as you listen, you hear more than anything. You just hear kind of like a low grade kind of buzzing.
God damn it!
You speak wasp.
But they don't. So there, I would say, since you're watching for that and trying to see if they say anything, you don't see them communicate with each other outwardly.
Yeah.
But they seem to be extremely well coordinated in their movements with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah. And so yeah, at this point they have reached the door while holding her with very little effort, right? Like they are literally just carrying her between the two of them. And one of them knocks on the door, raps out not really any kind of pattern, just slow, steady 3 knocks. Theodore and Remy, Waters and Remy, obviously you both hear this knock. And Theodore, you see the man stand up.
Okay.
And come round the desk. What are you going to do?
The door I'm currently hiding by looking to the room. Is he going towards my door?
He is coming towards you. He has to
Okay.
exit that room through that door that you are peeking around.
Okay. Is there any rooms by me? Any other doors by me? I can go?
So there's a door directly to your right, but
Yeah.
I don't know how you would open it because you are currently a wolf.
So if you
And
were to
recall, so the hallway you're in is kind of ends in a T intersection. You're
okay.
right here.
Mhm.
You can head back down the hallway and go left towards the front of the building, or head right back towards the rear door, where you just
Okay.
heard the knocking from.
Does the door swing towards me, or does it swing inwards towards the dentist room?
It swings inwards.
Okay, towards the dentist room. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly sneak down the hallway and find a room to hide.
Okay, so I'll let you keep the same roll because it was so spectacular. You head back down to the end of the hall. You see that Remy's not there anymore. As you look left and right, and Remy, you can see this wolf head kind of reach the end of the hall and kind of look.
So I did say my door isn't shut.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just pull it open slightly, so that Walter can see what I'm doing.
Yeah. So yeah, you see Remy. He's behind the door, like it's on the other side of the building, but closer to the exit, and you can see that he's kind of secreted himself in that room. If you want to join him.
Okay. I will do it. Yeah, I will go to
Okay.
Remy. Yeah.
So yeah, just as Mercy exits the room into the hallway, we'll say that he barely misses, or maybe can't make out in the darkness, the tuft of your tail as you head to the right and kind of skitter into the room that Remy is in, still very completely silently, making no noise. So you two are sequestered in that room, and I assume you're going to have the door mostly like closed to the point where it looks like it's probably closed, unless he's really looking close.
That was my intention, yeah.
So with that, we'll say that you can barely see or hear, maybe even Mercy, come down the hallway. And he takes a few steps towards the rear door and stops. And you can see him kind of, or hear him, you can almost hear him just faltering for a moment. But then he steps forward, and you can hear a click of a lock being attempted to open, but then you hear it click a couple more times.
Oh no.
Like he's closing it and opening it. And then you hear, at this point, unless you're trying to angle the door open enough to where you can see, you hear another kind of click, a very definitive click of a gun cocking. But then the door opens, and he says, "Get her to the chair."
While he's at the back door talking to these guys, is it possible for me I can sneak quickly out of my room while he's talking to the office? I can sneak back into the dentist room, or did he close that room? Did you say? Did he? I don't really understand.
So, I will let you make the attempt if you want, but keep in mind that room is brightly lit.
Hmm.
And I would say from you looking into that room, there's not really any place you can hide in there.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, because there was another door in that room that I could maybe check, wasn't it, from the dentist room? Another door in the dentist room. Was there only that
No, there
one
was
door?
no other doors.
No, there were not.
Yeah.
There were no doors. Okay. But I clearly hear it saying it take it to the chair, so I assume something
Yep.
has to do with that beehive.
It's
So,
definitely a wasp hive. We'll put it
it
that
was
way.
bad, yeah. And it
Yeah.
was like a beating heart. So
It seemed alive in the Umbra, in the spirit world. Yeah.
So what I want to do is, like, I get the feeling something's going to happen to Melissa if she gets underneath that beehive.
Yeah.
So I want to
She's going to go to stage 6, right?
Yeah, so I want to sneak out of my room where Crushing Truth is, while Mercy is occupied to telling the henchmen, quickly go to the dentist room. And I'm just going to jump at the beehive and just bite at it. Just taking the pain. I'm just taking the pain. I'm just going
He's gonna have a like incredibly swollen face.
Yeah, gonna get a swollen face, yeah.
Yeah. This is where you find out that they're
Happens all the
like
time. Happens
So-
the
all
stage
the
system
time.
is inverted, so she's actually a stage 5 going to stage 4.
I love it. It's great. I will remind you, though, Theodore, that I believe you have not yet howled at the moon tonight. So if you feel like you really need some rage, you can always go outside and howl at the moon. Just keep that
Yeah.
in mind.
I mean, depending on how his current
Yeah.
action goes, he might be howling in pain anyway.
Right. Okay, so,
I mean, you can still howl in pain at the moon, right?
Yeah.
That counts.
well, it has to be at the moon, though. You technically
Oh.
can't do it from inside.
No.
You have to see the moon.
Quick,
So-
check his laptop background.
That's really funny. Or
He's
check
just
to
been
see
there
if
like,
they have
it really
any
hurts.
CCTV footage of the outdoors.
Yeah.
All right, so where we left off, Mercy had just opened the back door. You're fairly certain has drawn a gun and has said, "Get her to the chair." Okay. In that moment, Theodore, you are still trying to be stealthy, correct?
Yep.
So I'm gonna need a new check from you.
Let's see.
I gave you quite a bit with those 7 successes
Yeah,
before,
did
but
you? Alright, let's see. It's probably gonna make me rage or something.
Oh, look at that.
okay, 4 successes.
The
That's not
dice
bad.
are with us tonight until
So
the very last.
you dart out of the kind of storeroom and head down the hall, take the turn, run into the dental office, and leap at this wasp's nest. Okay. So I would like you to make a. Are you going to shift as a part of this, or are you just staying in lupus form?
I will go to my direwolf form, to my hispo form.
Okay. So that'll kind of even itself out. I mean, you still have to make the shift. So go ahead and make your rage check. Click on Hispo in your forms. Okay. So you lose a point of rage.
Okay.
Or did it?
Yeah, you
not
took automatically.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
you don't, do you? No, you should. That's weird.
Yeah, I lost one. Yeah, I had 3. So
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong character sheet.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at Heart, not Waters. Okay, so you're down to 2 rage, but you are in Hispo form. So you can maintain Hispo form for the full scene if you want to. You don't have to do any other rolls. But because you shifted as a part of your action, I'm going to require that you take that shift minor action penalty. So that's 2 dice. However, attacking something is going to give you a bonus of 2, so it's going to even out, but you're still going to have to put the penalty in there. So make a strength and brawl check to attack the hive.
Yep. So -2, yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Okay. So you launch at this thing, you grab it in your jaws, and you still have your penumbral senses up as well. So I mean, you can feel that you're affecting it fully.
Mhm.
So you're in wolf form. You're not just grabbing it. You're launching at it and biting
Yeah,
it. So why
and
don't
I'm biting
you
with my
explain
jaws.
to me how you rip this thing off of its... It was basically just attached to a like an overhead dental light, right? Probably with some duct tape and, you know, something like that. So
Yeah.
you're going to rip it off of this thing. Why don't you describe that for me, and then we'll talk about what happens next.
Yeah. So I run into the room, I've transformed to my direwolf form, and I leap on the dentist chair and lunges towards the hive that is on the lamp on the picture. And I grab it with my full jaw, like the center, and just grasp it, and I'm just using my muscle of my jaws to crush it in the center.
Okay. Are you trying... Do you, like, move your head at all? Like, I'm picturing you, like, ripping it off of the...
Shaking your head.
Yeah, like I'm ripping it off, and then like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like dogs
you
do.
fully have the... Well, not fully, because obviously it's not...
Yeah, it is big.
It's probably about as big as your head, but like you've got a secure grip on it. It is in your mouth. Okay, and you've done essentially 2 points of damage to it. Well, how much additional damage does the Hispo bite do? Is it +1?
+1 aggravate.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, you've done 3 points of aggravated damage to this thing.
Alright.
Okay, so you do that. Remy and Buster, you both hear, and I mean, to be fair, Waters probably hears it too. You hear a kind of screaming, buzzing, keening that happens at the exact moment that you don't know this necessarily, but at the exact moment that Waters bites into this hive. The two husks that are carrying Melissa at the door, as they're about to like shift her inside, immediately drop her, and their hands and kind of wasp stinger-esque things go to their heads, and their heads lean back and the jaw kind of opens and they keen, and you hear the zzz, and the buzzing kind of gets really loud. Melissa wakes up and grabs her head and starts yelling in pain, and you hear more keening from upstairs and bodies moving around.
Oh, I didn't know this happened upstairs.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think it's go time for battle form, boy.
Yeah, we've woken up the hornet's nest.
Literally.
At that moment,
Sorry, we.
Or
At that moment, Mercy turns around. Remy can see that Mercy has a gun out, like a pistol of some kind. Could be a SIG, could be a Glock. It doesn't matter. It's a small pistol. And he starts moving down the hallway towards the turn and towards the dental office. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna let Remy and Buster take their actions. Who wants to go first?
Okay. So the guys that were carrying
Melissa.
Miss Bernard, Melissa, have they gone towards to Walter?
They're
No,
at the
right at this moment, they're at the door and they are kind of holding their heads with their heads back and kind of doing this buzzing, shrieking, keening.
Okay. I guess at this point, I should mention earlier that I guess Remy's taken out his revolver. It's got one of those little detective snub nose things, I think.
oh yeah, cool.
So just a small snub nose revolver, sure, like a 38. Yeah.
Yeah, and as Mercy goes to walk past the door, he comes out of the door, puts the gun to his head, and I say, "A little late for some dental work, isn't it?
Okay, so Mercy stops and turns to look at you, seemingly unfazed that as he turns his head, I imagine the barrel goes straight to his forehead. And he says, my, who are you? And again, as he speaks to you, you can see, even in the real world without penumbral senses, his mouth has way too many teeth. Like, it's so weird looking. And in fact, looks like some of them are moving and shifting around in place as he speaks to you.
I kind of give him a quizzical look and say, "You're asking me that?"
Okay.
So what's Buster doing?
I have to be like, because it's like the final bit. I might as well be like, oh, fuck it. I was gonna go. I was gonna go Krenos. Like, I'm full rage.
Okay.
I'm banking on Melissa basically being out of it enough that like the delirium isn't going to affect her because she's basically like white out with pain or whatever at the moment.
Sure.
So it's basically going to like transform, and then just go to town on the two bug boys while they're out incapacitated, and then wade in.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and make your shift first. Alright, so you lose a point of rage. Which is fine. You still have plenty.
Yeah.
So, as you attack, for this round only, you're going to suffer a penalty of 2 dice. Because you shifted as a part of your attack. Do you want to use claws or your bite?
I'll say claw.
Okay. And, you know, you can narrate it however you choose, but technically you're only going to be able to engage one of them.
Yeah. I say, like, as he comes, like, as he sort of, as he walks out of, like, the brush on the side of the, like, back alley, like, transforming, like, because the problem is he's also got that, like, horrific war form. I don't know if anyone, if the other people who members have actually seen it. That's what I think. That's why I'm banking on her being out of it enough that it's not going to actually affect her. Because
to be fair, everybody's war form is like that. It's just that your Hispo and Lupus form are also like that.
Oh, I thought it was just the Krenos one. Okay, because I was going for the whole thing of like, because there's like a whole like fire in his backstory. That's when it is.
Well, and I mean,
so basically, it's a bit like.
So your Krynos form could still have aspects of that, however you want to describe it, but like your Krynos form does delirium anyway.
Yeah.
Like everybody's Krynos form does delirium. Yeah. But go ahead and describe it how you want. Go for it.
Because see, like basically, because that whole like aspect of his character that he's got these horrific like transformation forms, because there was like it basically. His first change was like in an inferno, so like he was like horrifically burned, and like part of that is manifested its way through the transformation. So it's a bit like was it like the Shin Godzilla sort of thing, where it's all like melted flesh and like bloody CP gooey stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So it looks like quite horrific to look at and like quite unpleasant. That's all like rage and pain and. Yeah, and I'll take a swing at basically the first bug guy I came across. How do I roll for...
Okay, so yeah, that'll be Brawl and Strength. It'll automatically figure in your Krynos bonus, but you want to add a 2-die penalty to the Werewolf dice since you shifted as a part of this action.
Where do I do that? Sorry, I can't remember yet.
So after you lock in your
after the confirm and then go difficulty. Yeah. Oh, the Werewolf dice -2.
Yep, you got it. Okay. So keep in mind, when you're in combat, brutal successes, if you get 2 of them, that's actually good for you. But They still count as no success if you only get one. But you got 3 successes. They're going to... Oh, well, no, they can't defend right now because I said they're kind of stunned by that initial damage. So yeah, you're going to do 6 points of basic damage.
Nice.
So how do you kill this first husk?
I think it's basically like as he's walking in, like just a big like upward like diagonal, sort of like slicing him from like hip to shoulder.
Hip to shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, just opening up the body, and you know, as you do, you can feel your claws kind of tearing through more paper than flesh, and just a burst of ichor and wasp carcasses just begin to spill out. And also, you wouldn't see it, but just so that everyone knows it's happening, because it does, there's in the spirit world an additional thing crawling out of its chest. The good news is those spirits can't affect you. They can't affect Theodore, but they can't affect you.
That's fine.
Theodore is currently spanning both, right? So
yeah, it'd be quite funny. Just like, oh, we kill all the physical manifestations, and then like 5 minutes later, we just see like
Theodore's
Walker's
dead.
getting like torn to pieces. He just gets torn to pieces and like like thrown up in the air and like explodes, and everyone's just like, what? Well, that was weird.
I will tell you, just to give you some view on how the system works. So your claws just do regular damage. If you had done enough aggravated damage to kill it, which you can do with your bite in Krynos form, then you would have killed the spirit as well, because aggravated damage affects both.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
regular
do that for the
damage
next one.
just affects the body. And you would know that, but like that's still no reason not to be fun with it and just rip it from, hip to shoulder. Okay. So that happens. And then what will happen is, first of all, we'll say that the thing that was released from the body that you just slashed open flies into the building, making a wasp line, as it were, towards its hive. Also, the second one kind of shakes itself and turns and faces you and attacks you with a stinger. You have already taken an action this turn, so you're not really able to defend yourself. So let's see how it does.
Does it turn out I'm fatally allergic to bee sting?
Okay, so you're going to take 3 points of damage, just regular damage, as it stabs you with this stinger that forms out of its arm.
Yeah.
Now, on your turn, we can talk about regeneration when we get there, right? Assuming that that's something that you're going to want to do. Mercy looks over his shoulder, and I think he probably has full view of Buster in Krynos form through the door. And he turns and looks back at Remy and says, "Ah, I see." And he brings his arm around with his pistol and is going to pull the trigger. So you have a choice. You can pull your trigger as well, or you can dodge, because you haven't taken a full action yet.
Oh. I mean, we want to speak to the guy, but I don't think that's going to happen right now. I pull the trigger.
Okay.
Shoot the wound.
So,
shoot the wound.
You could shoot to wound. You don't necessarily. Plus, you're fairly certain he's not human, right? So
yeah, he's likely to survive a bullet to the head. It's no problem.
It's possible. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and make that firearms and dexterity roll? So you're at point blank range. Why don't you give yourself 2 bonus dice?
Nice.
Okay.
But you've got
Just
a
regular
light.
werewolf dice, yeah?
Correct. But you've got a light pistol, so that's only going to add 1 damage. But that's later. That's just make the roll first.
Yeah, we just want to...
Wowza. So 3 successes. He is also attacking you, so he's not defending or dodging in any way.
Can I get
Go
rage
ahead.
from this?
Oh, yeah. When you take damage... Sorry, I should have said that. Lloyd, you've taken damage. So you can actually get a point of range as well.
No! Oh, he's already in Chronos form, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
It just takes me back up to maximum.
Yeah, the first time you take damage in a scene, you can get a point of rage.
Okay. I said I've not actually taken damage yet, but...
Correct. So you're going to do 4 points of damage to him. You see the bullet... Well, you've got your gun on his face. You tell me where you think the bullet hits him, and then I'll tell you what you see.
So, I mean, he'd looked back, hadn't he? And he was turning.
He had
and
looked back towards you, yeah, so you had your gun
so,
right in his face.
Yeah, so I guess it's gonna... The bullet enters just above his kind of... just above his left eyebrow.
Okay, so that's enough. So your bullet, you fire your 38 special. It hits just above his left eyebrow. And you can see the bullet deflect up over his head. It does penetrate and like pierce his skin. And you can see in the wound that opens in his skin that his skull appears to be teeth.
It's like a dental Wolverine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it's not great.
Just wait until he goes into close combat, and he'd be like, ching, and like teeth will come up between his knuckles.
He gets his head rocked back, but he had his pistol out, aimed at your stomach, and is just gonna fire as he gets his head rocked back. So
It's gonna make me mad.
Well, I think it's still a bit too
probably. Oh god!
What the fuck?
Oh no!
Yeah, okay.
Oh no!
So, what is Crushing Truth's health?
4.
Not enough.
Oh no!
Yeah, not super high. So you're effectively going to take 7, 8 points of aggravated damage.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt in the morning, I think.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna give you a choice here.
Yes.
You already have a point of rage banked with Luna. You're gonna get an additional point of rage from taking damage.
Yep.
So if you want to activate your gift, which if we look at your gifts in exchange with Luna, it's a free action.
Yep.
So if you roll, we'll say you can see the moon through the door, right? Just to make it easy, just because I want to watch it.
Okay. All right.
Why don't you go ahead and make a resolve and honor test to try to reclaim some rage?
Honor. You gotta try and find honor. Where is honor?
Should be all the way at the bottom. If you click on resolve first,
Oh, okay.
and then in the second window, just scroll down. until
Red
you see
add
it.
renown. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
This is what happens when you piss around with guns.
Well, I was thinking of
Nice. Okay. So
Melissa,
you
to
just
be
got
honest.
you just got shot by Silver, so I'm actually going to give you 2 points of rage.
Oh,
Plus, you get your point of rage back from Luna, so you're
That
at
gives me
5
5.
rage.
Yeah.
But in order to survive this and regenerate, you're going to have to shift.
Yeah.
So I think you will instinctually shift into Krynos form. So go ahead and roll that.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Just click on Krynos form. There you go.
Oh.
It's fine. You only lost 1 point of rage. So you are now going to be at, like I said, 8 aggravated damage. So you're going to click until you have 8 boxes full with the X and 1 with the slash.
Ooh.
I think if you just go down to the 8th or the 9th box and just, yeah, you got it. You're figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
So, yeah. Now, you want to regenerate, which you can do as a free action. So, in order to regenerate, you're going to make a rage check, which can potentially restore... Is it 2 aggravated, or is it just 1? Hang on, let's check. Because this will come up for Lloyd as well when he starts to regenerate. So... Gaining rage, then losing rage, touchstones. No, come on. Regenerating isn't on the... Yeah, there it is. Nope. Not stomach. So we gotta go to the book. I really thought somebody was gonna disarm him before he got a shot off with his little pistol. But it's fine. I mean, this is what happens.
Where's water when you need it?
Yeah. All right. So
deep drinking some
regenerating.
I gotta keep doing this.
Aggravated damage, serious business. Yep. Nope. Seriously, where is... It's not on that page either. Well, okay, let's just see the sheet. So it says regenerate 2 rage checks.
Yeah.
Which, if I recall correctly, you need to have 2 successes or 2 rage checks to restore or remove a point of aggravated damage. So, why don't you make... the question is, how many rage checks can you make in a single turn? I would think that would be just the 2, but that should be enough to keep you alive.
If I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. Let's not.
No, but like your body would try to save you, right? Like that's why
Yeah.
I'm looking this up. So, any damage? Yep, not caused by fire or silver. Yeah, that's fine. Incapacitation.
That's a good question
death.
because the silver thing doesn't affect a human, does it? You have silver immunity.
No,
Yeah,
it
you need to
doesn't.
be at
Yeah.
human form or
Oh, wait.
mutant form.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
that's
in
right.
form,
You were shot
yeah.
with silver.
I was in human form at the time.
Oh, then you have silver
Okay.
immunity.
So you do, but you still took 8 points of damage. So what would have happened is that actually changes things a lot, right?
Okay.
So 8 points of damage would have put you down. Okay? But not dead, because you can't actually die unless you are... Well, you can die in human form. So I think we still would have had to have you shift. However, the good news is all of that damage now is superficial. So you can just make sure that it's a single slash.
Oh, okay.
And that makes it easier to regenerate, right? So
Okay.
superficial damage, you shift. Now you can make 2 rage checks just by clicking the little teeth dice next to your rage. Little teeth button, you see that?
Raised dice.
On top right of your character sheet there. On the top right.
Yeah, next to rage. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just click that and roll 2 dice.
2 dice. Gotcha.
Okay. And so you are going to recover 1 point of superficial damage.
Okay. Cool.
And you're now in Krynos form. So
Yeah.
you're still able to act fully. But yeah, that definitely would have happened. Reduced to 0 health, you would have shifted, and then all that damage would have been taken there. Yeah, that's actually... I'm glad you guys said something, because I almost made that way worse than it needed to be. Okay. So... yeah. So, that was his turn, and yours. So, Theodor...
Yep.
You have your penumbral senses up, so you can see this wasp, like your torso-sized wasp, fly into the room and attack you. And it flies straight at you and stings you. You've already taken your action, so you can't dodge for... Sorry, 3 points of damage? Yeah, 3 points of superficial damage, so just the slash.
Just a slash, okay. Like that, just 3 slashes.
What's that?
Let me see. So 3 slashes. Or I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
3
a
slashes on health. Yep.
Yeah, here we go. Yep.
Okay. So now it's you guys' turns again. We've got 2 in Krynos, 1 in Hispo. The 2 of you in Krynos, you need to make a... Well, you need to either attack something or make a willpower test.
On it.
I'm imagining you're probably going to attack something.
Attack the bad guys, then attack Waters.
Oh, also, I guess I should have pointed out, you do also hear a bunch of footsteps coming from above.
Okay.
Okay, we got cool, calm, and collected guys.
I don't know if we have.
So I will also point out to you that as you recover from being shot in the gut and you shift and you start to regenerate, you see this now puny human, their head snap forward again and kind of go down on one knee. So like he does appear to be hurt.
Oh, okay.
So
do you want to
I'll let you
do your
calculate
bit
that
first there? Does Buster want to go first and do his?
All right. Yeah, I was gonna like lunge at the other bug boy and try and like bite his head off.
Okay, go for
Oh, yeah,
it.
but how does the regenerate thing work? Is it an action to regenerate, or is it just a thing?
No,
that
it's
happens?
free action. So you're in Krynos form. You can roll 2 rage dice to try to regenerate. And it only takes 1. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Mark? I'm sorry. I need to back up. When you regenerated, so it's still a rage check, so it is successful whether you lose rage or not. So you actually recovered 2 points of superficial damage.
Gotcha.
And so, being in Krynos form, Lloyd, you also want to roll 2 rage dice. And regardless of the outcome, so you lost a point of rage, but you're going to recover 2 points of superficial damage.
No,
Because the checks are the payment. Whether or not the check is successful doesn't matter. It's the check that is the payment. Okay.
Cool. That gets back half my damage. So yeah, I was gonna try and chomp the guy's head, which would be another brawl.
And so you're full dice pool now for that because you didn't shift and regeneration isn't an action. So you can just take your full strength and brawl. Yep. But you're biting.
That's a lot of dice.
Jesus. So you do 8 points of aggravated damage to this thing. And yeah, if you were able to see it, you're not, but if you were able to see it, you would see that you bit not only the head off of this thing, but you bit the kind of wasp body, spirit body in half. And you can...
So like pop his head like a melon in a vice.
Yeah, exactly. And it spurts out of both sides of your massive wolf-like head.
And then like spit it out because it probably tastes like dirty paper. And
It doesn't taste great. Yeah, it tastes like dirty paper and like just ick. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so who's next, Remy or Walter?
Do you want to go, Walter, and I'll go last?
Yeah, sure thing. If you don't, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
So, as this wasp is just trying to attack me, I'm just going to try to crunch this nest I have in my mouth. Just to try to stop the heartbeat at least. So.
Okay, so go ahead and make another roll against this thing. Since it's already in your mouth, I'm going to give you 2 bonus dice.
Ooh, all right. See, brawl and strength. Werewolf dice, 2 werewolf dice, or yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay, I guess I should write this down because you might actually pull it off.
I think it's dead, Jim.
So that was 12. You did 2 to it before. Okay, so you crunch down on this thing and you can feel it just start to compress. You can feel some kind of fluid coming out of it on your jaw. And again, the wasp that's in the room with you seems to like just be stunned. You guys hear some more screams from coming upstairs, and it sounds like they're heading down the stairs now, but maybe they've stopped. And Melissa outside again screams in pain.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
We don't. Will Melissa survive or not? We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think the fact that she's not
So-
fully infested, or whatever the term was, probably means that
So I
she's
will
not getting it as bad as everyone else.
I will tell you at this point, I think Theodore, you would probably figure out, being that you're kind of a mystical kind of person. You feel like if you keep it up, you can destroy this thing, right?
Okay.
But remember that wasps are generally spirits of the weaver, and this wasp nest is probably just corrupted. It might be salvageable. You're also fairly certain at this point, seeing the stunned wasp, hearing you don't know it's Melissa out there, but hearing the screams from outside, you're fairly certain if you continue to destroy this thing, which you can certainly do, it's up to you, because it depends on how you feel about people. You're fairly certain anybody who's infested is going to die if you destroy this thing.
Including Melissa, I think. Okay.
No,
So I'll leave it to you.
Yeah. So, as I'm biting on this thing, I see the wasp getting stunned. Is it possible for me I can run out with the nest in my mouth?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't moved. I'll let you run out, yeah.
Yeah, so I run out while all the wasp
Okay, you're in lupus form. Where would you like to run to? You can run pretty far.
Okay.
Like, do you want to vacate the building?
Yeah, I want to vacate the building, and I run past my 2 brothers are in the Cronus form. Like you said, I saw looking eyes.
Well, yeah, you see Remy, like, with a big wound in his gut, in Crinus form, with this guy, Mr. Mercy, kind of on one knee in front of him. You probably kind of parkour up over the wall to get past them. You see Buster now with no enemies outside, and you see Melissa lying there, clutching her head, screaming in pain. As you run out, where are you trying to run to?
Yeah. I mean, I think the van's still open.
Yeah, I think I will run to the van, and I'm just gonna speak in muffled voice to hard, like.
That's correct,
What?
because we have no idea what you just said.
Something about the truck. So I would say that
This
you've
is
all
really
been
whack.
working. I would say that you've all been working together long enough as well that Walter would know that Buster knows a rite that can cleanse things.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that corrupted thing, if that's something I could fix, or is that
Yeah, because if
just on people?
No, it's items as well.
Cool. So we need to just get out of dodge. I mean, we can kill the tooth guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
we can.
Dr. Dentata.
Yeah. Sam is running
just
towards
no.
the truck.
I'm not going to be rolling as many dice as you guys.
Don't say
Well,
that.
you're gonna roll maybe more than you think, because in Crinus form
Alright,
you get
it's not,
4
it's not
bonus
the
dice.
number that you roll,
nice.
it's how well you roll them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
yeah, that's Remy then. You just saw Waters run past with this hive-looking thing in his jaw.
Yeah. So I guess I've just felt this incredible pain and fallen backwards, shifted into Crinus form, and then leap forward, grabbing hold of his shoulders and smashing him against the far wall. I'm going to bite his face off.
Okay,
His
going for
teeth
that
all the way
aggro damage.
Yummy teeth. I like teeth in my cereal.
down. Extra crunchy.
So, is it Brawl again? Is it?
It is,
And Strength?
and strength.
And does it automatically add the dice for me being in
It does.
Crinus?
Yeah, for you being in Crinus.
Okay, yeah. It's probably not as many as you think.
Well, it's not none. Look at that.
Ooh.
So 4 successes.
Yeah.
He is actually going to try to resist you this time, rather than
Okay.
fight back. So you got
Resist.
4 successes.
What?
He also got 4 successes. So you shove him. This still counts as an attack for you, so you don't have to spend willpower. But you shove him up against the wall and go to bite him, and he manages to just get his head out of the way and maybe slip down out of his coat a little bit. But you're not able to actually land the bite. You know, maybe you
Okay.
take a chunk out of the drywall where his head used to be.
Oh, that sounds like it might make me a bit mad, Brian.
Will
Take a point of rage then.
maybe just to help out, will he be stunned to mercy by the bite I did earlier? Will he be stunned by any chance to help maybe?
No.
No, he won't.
He's not a
Mercy
Rusty,
has
something
not
else.
shown any
He's not-
reaction.
A person.
Yeah.
He's a
He's
person.
like a T1000 or something.
He wants.
The teeth 1000.
Teeth 1000. So you didn't grapple him, although it's fantastic descriptions. You didn't grapple him, so he's free to move. He's going to tear himself away from you and run down the hall, throw open the door to the waiting room, and run out onto Main Street. As that happens, you see, what would it have been? So 2, that one. So you see 5 more bodies come into the hall from where the stairway would have been. And they all appear to be these wasp-infected husks.
Shit.
And the hallways, you're big, but the hallway is not particularly large. I'm going to say 2 of them crowd you and try to attack you.
Okay.
Would you, at this point, like to do some more regeneration, just in case you get hit again?
Oh, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay, so make 2 rage checks. Or roll 2 rage dice.
Come on.
Okay, so you
Cool.
lost another point of rage, however, you
Yeah.
recover 2 more points of superficial damage.
Yeah. We like that.
Mhm.
It's not a bad
Alright,
trade.
and the first one steps up to you and tries to pierce you with his stinger, and manages to do so for
Ow.
3 points of superficial damage.
Ow. I just got that back.
Well, be thankful you got it back.
And then the other one kind of belches forth this cloud of wasps that you've seen happen before. And those wasps actually fly past you and
Oh, you son of a...
swarm around Buster.
Oh. Oh, I just took damage.
For
I can have
2
another rage
points.
point, can I?
Well, you already took damage once this scene
Oh, okay.
and got the rage for it.
Don't get
It's
greedy.
once per scene. You get rage from taking damage. You're already angry.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lloyd takes 2 points of superficial damage.
Well, I just got that.
And so you guys have Mercy running out into the street. You've got these 5 guys in front of you. 5 husks.
The thing is, we've got the
and Theodore is run into the van. Yeah.
Yeah. Waters. I don't know how far away the van is, but like, Waters, get the girl in the van. We'll slow them down, and then we'll all, book it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the 3 of you have your own actions, right? So you're not none of you are that far away from the van. If you wanted to, one of you could load her into the back of the van. One of you could climb into the driver's seat and start the van and start driving, hopefully the last one. And then one of you could just get in the van.
Sorry, Truth.
Whatever order you
Good
want
luck.
to do that in. Is that your goal? Do you guys want to escape?
Yeah, because I mean, I think she's kind of like the objective, and then if he's got this heart thing, I don't know. That seems to be the most important bit here. I'm guessing
Okay.
Truth Guy was some kind of mercenary or whatever doing the infestation
Well,
implantation.
he works for Home Office.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, since 2 of you are still in Krynos, and technically, Theodore, you're in a form that can regenerate as well. Do you want to make any regeneration rolls this turn as you collect yourself and get into the van? I assume that you're going to want to shift back after you regenerate.
Yeah, I want to shift back after I generate, so I'm going to regenerate first and then shift back. Yeah.
Make the most of your himbo form.
So, let's see, 1 rage dice because of my...
Yeah, so in Hispo, you can roll 1 rage dice to regenerate.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you lost a point of rage, but you still regenerate. You regain
Okay.
1 point of superficial.
Alright.
Is everybody else like, this is what you're doing? You're fleeing the scene in the van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Remy,
going to be too risky to try and get.
Well, Mark is...
I mean, the thing is, it's going to be a risk to try and get past all these guys to go after.
But I don't have to, do I? Because can't I chase after Mercy
Oh, can you? I thought we were-
without
there's-
getting
there's
past
5
those guys?
I thought we were
I mean,
wrong.
you
The
could-
version.
You could probably bull your way through them, yes, but you've taken a significant amount of damage.
Mm.
If all 5 of them chase you and start attacking you while you're going after Mercy.
Yeah. No, I thought they were the opposite direction to me. Sorry.
No, they're actually in
Yeah.
between you and
in
Mercy
between you
now.
and- yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, I'm gonna have to beat a hasty.
I mean, we could always swing round in the van. He's on foot after.
That's
really
true.
low-
Imagine he's like running down the street and we run him over.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's be quick. Keys, woman, beehive thing.
do Remy and Buster want to throw 2 more dice to regenerate?
Can I do it? I thought I
Before
just
you
done
might
that.
as well.
Am I okay to do it again?
This is a new round. You can do it again.
Oh, okay. In that case, I think I probably should. Come on.
As long as you don't get reduced to 0 rage.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are still good. Excellent. So, oh yeah, the rage is dropping though. That's for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, you do your regeneration. You can switch back to Homid form if you want, just instantly.
Yeah,
to
if I
then
get back into
take
the...
your action, right?
Yeah.
So somebody loads Melissa into the van and probably climbs in the back as well with Theodore. Somebody jumps
If I
into the
could've-
driver's seat. The
Well,
keys
if I
are
can
still
scoop
in
up
the
Melissa,
ignition.
If
Yeah.
I scoop
Okay.
up Melissa and Buster jumps into the
Um,
driver's seat, and I
okay.
just jump into the back with her and then change to human form.
Sure.
I've got no point to drive, but I'll do my best.
Okay, so you
You didn't
Drive.
mention that before.
I've been repeating the
Well,
car
yeah.
together. Couldn't you tell?
You're not being chased by another car, right? They're not having to do any crazy driving. You've got this alley to drive down.
Yeah, but we're in the fight with the worst enemy of all, physics.
So, you hop in the van, you start driving. Do you want to get out to Main Street and see if you can see where Mercy went?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to go someplace? Okay.
I'm not
So
expecting
you pull
to
out
see
to
him,
Main
but
Street. Pretty quickly,
Yeah.
I would think you would get out to Main Street. And by the time you turn onto Main Street, doesn't really matter which way you go, you will notice a silver Audi driving
always an Audi
towards
with
the
you.
highway. It's the only other vehicle on the road.
Yeah. I might have
Death
known
race.
he'd be an Audi driver.
I miss saying out loud, maybe should we just let him go? Right now we need to purify this beehive, this wasp hive.
yes.
Now, what's interesting is as you start driving away, you see the 5 husks come out of the building and start chasing you. And in fact, as they are following the van, you see wings unfurl from their backs and they
God damn
kind of take flight.
How long does a right take to perform?
It can take a while. So unless you're in a safe place.
Maybe drive to the park where the other werewolves are, but I think they will maybe not like the intrusion with enemies on our tail, maybe.
Oh, the sports field thing.
No, we want to head back to the.
Oh no, the place we went to originally, the cairn. Oh,
Yeah,
the
they can,
cairn.
yeah. I just hope they don't mind us having some extra guests. That's all I'm thinking.
Okay, so
what about the turret?
if you want to head to the cairn, we'll say that as you, they're having a pretty easy time keeping up to you while you're on Main Street, but as you turn onto the highway and start heading south, you're able to outdistance them if you put the pedal down and make this van go at a decent speed. I mean the speed limit on the highway is going to be 70, 75 probably. So, I mean, you could, if you wanted to not draw any attention, you could probably even push it to 80, possibly 80, not 85 without drawing too much attention. Your guess is these things probably can't keep up with you. But there's also part of you that seems to think that they don't need to keep up with you.
I feel they'll know where the hive thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just home in on it.
So you'll have a head start.
Is it possible if someone else take the driver's seat, can Hart be in the back of the room and do the ritual as we are on the move in the van? Or is that
He's going to have a really hard time doing it with just 2 of you, and the difficulty is going to be significantly higher because you're moving.
Okay.
So
We
we're
have-
better off getting back to the safe
cave,
the cave in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only before we do anything, I've reverted back to human form,
Yep.
and I have got max. My health is at max on superficial. Am I out or?
You're maxed at superficial,
This
Yeah.
makes you a mean girl.
so you're not in a great place. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you would know your body fairly well, so I'll do this for you. Since you didn't attack anything in that last round, once you jump into the van and the van starts moving, assuming that Buster's driving, because I think that's what you guys decided, I'll let you spend a point of willpower to maintain your Krynos form so you can regenerate for 1 more round before you shift back, if that's going to put you in a safer place. Because if you're not attacking something in Krynos form, you got to spend a point of willpower to maintain it.
Okay.
If we're in a new scene, I can find a really bad pothole.
No, I mean we can retrograde this a little bit. So why don't you give me 2 more rage dice roll before you shift back? Because that'll be interesting too if you lose the wolf.
Okay. So willpower, is it just the slash? Is it not a?
Just a slash,
Cross.
yeah. It's you very uncommonly get aggravated willpower damage. This is just you just expending yourself a little bit to maintain. Awesome. Okay, so you maintain your rage. You
Okay.
restore 2 more points of superficial damage, and then you shift back into home and form after the band's moving.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. I'm not in a great way, but I'm better than I was.
You're not going to pass out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if and I don't mind doing that for you, if we were playing a longer term game and we were all familiar with the rules of healing and everything, I think I would leave that more to like, you guys got to figure it out, but I think that was a really good usage. And hey, even I had to figure out, oh no, you were actually immune to the aggravated damage from silver, but you still had to shift to be able to handle the damage.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys are on the highway. You're heading back to the cairn. We'll say that you get there, without any trouble. Again, you still have this sinking feeling that the 5 wasps are gonna track you. You're fairly certain that there aren't any more husks, because there were 8 names on the list at stage 6. You've killed 3 of them.
Yeah.
So you have an idea how many are left. You get to the turnoff. You very quickly get out, move the debris and the kind of camouflage aside, get back in, drive up to her place. You don't know how much time you have.
No,
but
we'll
you can
explain.
see that her light is on.
Yeah. I guess we're going to go up to her cabin. Hammer on the door. I'm clutching my side, I guess, at this point. Got this.
Well, as you raise your hand to knock on the door, she opens the door, right?
Yeah.
Something has already informed her that you were coming.
Ah.
And she says, "Oh, Lord, you look hurt. Are you all..." She looks over all of you, and then, assuming that Waters is still holding the hive,
Yeah.
she looks at the hive. She's like, "What is that?"
It is a corrupted hive by the weaver. The worm has corrupted it.
We don't have much time.
We need to
Time
see
before
with the
what?
witch.
Our friend here, he can perform a cleansing ritual, but we're gonna have company fairly soon.
Well, we better head out back then.
I just nod to her in appreciation, and we'll head out back.
As you head out back, I think we'll go ahead and say, for all intents and purposes, this is still technically the same scene. So, Water's penumbral senses are still active, right?
Okay.
So, as you approach the cairn, it's much as before. You see some other spirits kind of out in the forest, but they tend to avoid the glade. There's the large slumbering form in the glade that is just kind of snoring and breathing heavily in the spirit world. And assuming you guys are following Mama Louise, you're not like getting in front of her, right? She walks up, and I would say that Waters probably sees a bit of a flash of power from her. It's probably her activating her penumbral senses. And she walks over to the bear and says something to it. And it kind of shakes itself and stands up and huffs and looks over in the 3 of your direction, kind of sniffs, and then walks to what you sense is probably the periphery of what would be the central glade or the heart of the cairn. And it sits in a very bear-like fashion and kind of looks up, and you get the sense that it's looking in the direction of where the husks are going to be coming from, right? So she says, Mother Bear will keep you safe if you want to do your right. Do you need help? I've never done it before, but I've been party to a bunch of rites. I can certainly try to assist.
Help is always welcome, but
Well, no,
Just need to
honey,
find
you're
a
gonna
place
have to
to
take the lead. I don't
no, I said
know
I'll
why.
take the lead.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. Okay. So yeah, whatever your right looks like, what does it look like to get set up? What do you need? She might have some of the things that you feel like you would need for your right.
Otherwise, Amazon.
I think you.
Can I get a Velmore Prime
Valmore
delivery
X.
too?
Uh-huh.
So
We need
on the
some, we
Amazon
need
we
some
need a
coloured
drone
chalk. We need
delivery.
some candles. We need like, how did they know where we were? Like,
So
water
yeah, I
stop
mean,
helping.
let's assume that Mother Louise has the basic things that you need. It might not be perfect for the way you normally like to do a rite, but being that you're in a hurry, she has chalk and she has some candles and pure water. There's actually a spring nearby she directs you to, whatever it takes for your particular rite. And so you get set up to do it. She actually changes into Krynos form for this. Some Guru do that. They like to do rites in different forms. We never really discussed what you guys do, but she takes Krynos form. And, much as when you all are in that form, she's large and looks feral. But all of her fur is just kind of a golden sheened gray. She definitely appears old, but not infirm by any means. And so you will begin to perform the rite. And Lloyd, you can go ahead and click on the rite in your sheet, but you're going to add 3 rage dice because you have 3 people assisting you.
We're all raging.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Very good.
Okay. So as you perform the rite, the first thing that some of you notice as you're taking part in this is that there are 5 shapes that descend out of the sky and kind of stand at the edge of the heart of the cairn. And we'll say that all of you at this point can see, because when you're doing a rite, you're kind of pulling on the spirit world. So I'm just going to say for appearance's sake, you kind of, whether you have the ability or not, you kind of begin to see into the spirit as you perform these rites. And so you, Remy and Buster, for the first time, can see Mother Bear at the edge of the clearing kind of stand up and first on all fours and then to her full height of at least probably 4 meters. This massive bear stands and looks down at these 5 beings and just kind of huffs like, well, and they stop. And you perform the rite and you can feel and even see this kind of greenish, viscous, oily substance start bleeding out of this hive and dripping to the ground and steaming as it hits the ground of the cairn. And Mother Bear looks back at that point and kind of growls, but doesn't interrupt as this corruption just seeps out of this wasp's hive. And by the time you finish, quite some time later, because it's thoroughly corrupted, the hive itself begins to look... It looks damaged, unsurprisingly, but it begins to look clean, more like a white kind of paper mache, then a sickly, slick, dark gray.
It's like someone's used it like a chew toy.
Yeah, it just looks like it's been chewed up a bit. And the aura that it has starts to be less miasma and more just... Actually, doesn't really have much of an aura. It just starts to look more orderly and exact in its angles. And you sense that it's being returned to the Weaver. And once the ritual is complete, it seems normal. At that point, once you complete your ritual, Mother Bear drops to all fours again and actually steps back and starts heading to the center of the glade, knowing that you've finished your rite. And as she begins to fade from Buster and Remy's sight, because you're no longer engaging in the ritual, although Walter will see this, Mother Bear begins to essentially like lick the kind of scars in the earth that the corruption caused as it seeped out of this thing. And then she lays down again and goes back to sleep. But the husks at the edge of the clearing are still there, and they actually start moving towards you.
Oh well, that's so much for the solution to that problem.
Oh boy.
Not aggressively, they're just walking towards you.
Okay.
What state is Melissa at this point?
So
Is she still unconscious?
she is. No, actually, I think she will have probably woken up at this point. Possibly after Mother Louise has returned to Homid form. I don't know if any of you are in a different form. I would imagine Walter probably
Easier to drive.
performs rites in Lupus form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Mother Therese practicing.
Yeah. So Melissa wakes up, and the first thing that you notice is the kind of seeping wound on her cheek. Looks like it's beginning to heal.
Yeah.
But when Walter looks at her, you can tell that there's still something inside of her. It just seems a bit weaker now. And she's kind of looking around like, what? Where? What?
It's okay, you're safe.
Like, she seems very confused. She doesn't seem to notice that the other Valmore employees look strange.
Yeah,
Okay,
she might not,
yeah.
from her point of view. Well, she might still be
Yeah.
at it.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
there's, Velmore folks are messing around with something they didn't quite understand.
That's a good question.
safe now.
As she's looking around, I think she will kind of look over and be like, Todd? And the one of them just kind of like very mechanically like holds up its hand and waves.
He's just awkward.
Very awkward. Are they crazy?
But the
now?
five of them, as they approach you, they're approaching in kind of a V, and they're approaching in lockstep. Like every step that they take is made together. The one that's at the tip of the V, as he approaches, whoever at this point might be holding the hive, holds out his hands.
Can you be trusted?
He looks at you, or it, you don't really know if it's he or she, to be
Yeah.
fair. And you don't hear words, but in kind of a buzzing, sonorous sound, you get a sense of safety. And Mother Louise actually steps forward and looks them over and looks over at Melissa and says, I think they just want to return it to where it belongs. Before long, these people should be back to normal. It'll take a while.
Hopefully.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I just hope that it's not that whatever happened to get things into this state doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
But I'll hand it over.
So she kind of tilts her head at that. She's like, you know what, you're right. And she turns to them and says, I think it'd be better if you leave the hive, maybe not here, but someplace in our lands. And you know, when she says our lands, there's that weight
sort of wooded area they live in.
Yeah. And they all kind of turn and look at her and like tilt their head up and then nod. So yeah, do you give them the hive?
Yeah. I'll just sort of keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Okay. So they walk out of the range of whatever light that you have set up, possibly a small fire, maybe some candles. And they walk out of range. One of them seems to look at Melissa, and she seems to be listening as if they're almost talking to her. And then they walk out of the range of the light, but once they're outside of the light, and Walter can probably still see them, obviously, because he's a wolf, so he can see better in the dark. You see them unfurl their wings and take flight and fly off, not back towards Milton, but towards someplace in the state park.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
I said, like, damn it.
Oh, they're going back to Milton, dang it.
Yeah, can you imagine they just took it back to the warehouse? Like, God
Right.
damn it. The adventure
The
begins again.
cycle continues.
Well, hopefully they'll be a bit more careful with it this time around.
Yeah.
Well, I think once it's had time to recover, maybe the spirits inside will know to be careful. Now that they've been corrupted once you experience something like that, it changes you and you learn. And I'm going to need each of you to make a, what do we want to call this? Let's call it intelligence. That'll be the attribute. But as far as skill, I'll let you do insight, occult, or yeah, I think we're just going to stick with insight or occult.
I
Okay.
can do a cult.
I'll do a call too.
Oh, now the failures start happening.
Yeah.
No,
I have
5.
five.
That's good. Jeez.
Oh, nice.
Mark, do you want to give it a go?
That was
Or
me.
did you and I don't see it?
Crushing Truth. I did the
Oh,
inside
yeah, that
one,
was
so-
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Lloyd? I didn't see yours, I don't think.
No, I did. I did go 5, 6. Hold on. I did.
You got 5 as well? Okay. So,
Oh, hold on. No, mine didn't roll.
Waters... Yeah, I didn't see it.
Let me try to refresh mine. It did go through the menu, so I would assume it would have rolled. But yeah, I was looking at Mark's result. I got 1 success.
Okay. So, in that case, Buster and Waters don't necessarily recognize this. And Mark, you might not want to tell them because you're thinking about the form that she took, and you realize that her fur wasn't so much the silver of age, but it was more the white of a tribe that you've not heard a whole lot about, but you've done, once you became a werewolf, I think as an investigator, you probably looked into things as much as you could, asked questions, and you've heard of a tribe called the White Howlers. It's not a tribe that anyone currently recognizes as being a part of, mainly because, according to everything that you've heard, the White Howlers fell and became corrupted by the worm, and are now known as the Black Spiral Dancers. So you wonder if maybe you don't know for certain, but there's a part of you from what she said making you wonder if maybe she has experienced corruption at some point.
Ah, okay. Right.
Now,
Isn't
that doesn't
necessarily
necessarily
corrupted
make
now.
her... Well, that doesn't necessarily make her a bad person, right? Everything you've seen indicates that she's actually quite nice. It might make you wonder about the rest of her pack that aren't currently here. You don't really know a whole lot about them. You've just, received a call. But maybe that's a mystery for another time.
Yeah.
You have
Nice one.
successfully cleansed the hive of the wasp spirits.
Hey.
Now, Valmore is still in town, and Mercy is still out there.
Yep.
I'd head off.
And I think we'll close with a bit of a side representation, maybe in terms of like visually, in terms of a movie. Maybe you see like a computer screen, and you see words kind of popping up, and basically along the lines of risk management has determined that this particular program is not as helpful as once thought. Suggest after consulting with some security agents from a rival force, suggest moving on to stage 2 in another town is listed, another state.
Yeah.
Signed Mr. Mercy. And you notice that he makes no indication of failure. He's just indicating that maybe this is not the right path to take.
This hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I think that's where we'll call it for today and for that little short story arc.